Grit. It's really the quality that separates those firefighters that have longevity in this career versus the ones who tap out early. So today I want to give you 3 master strategies to really beef up your grit and be someone who's in it for the long haul. Welcome, Hotshots, to Firepower X. This is the place where we help you stay one step ahead of stress as a firefighter. My name is Jess. I'm a former firefighter and a neuro-linguistic programming master practitioner. What is that? That's a personal trainer for your mind. And on this channel, I give you mental performance tips so that you can stay unbothered at work and at home if you're a firefighter. So welcome to the channel. Grit, what is the definition of it? I looked it up because I wanted to be really clear and really certain about what grit is. And the dictionary definition was courage and resolve, strength of character. Now, I see grit about perseverance, the ability to persevere despite obstacles that come up and to keep going and to get to your goal, to get to your destination, whatever that is. There's 3 things to remember about this. The first is perspective. Perspective in tough moments. What often happens in tough moments is that our perspective narrows. We get very tunnel vision with problems, especially if they're right up in our face. We're dealing with them in real time. It's easy to try something as a solution, and then when it doesn't work, we give up. That's a very quick fix mentality. And why people give up is because essentially they're losing perspective. If they could just take a few steps back and widen perspective, get a bigger picture view of, okay, maybe this didn't work out, but there's literally an infinite number of ways that you can still get to your goal. When this one obstacle comes up, this one bend in the road, this one shortcoming, whatever it is, when that comes up, that doesn't mean you're not going to get to your end goal. Because it's never the case. It's never the case. There are literally a million different ways, an infinite number of ways to get to your end goal. So many different things can happen. And it's when we think, oh, I tried this one thing and it didn't work, it's over. That is the limiting belief. That is really the core of why so many people give up, is because they're not being creative enough. It's a lack of creativity and learned helplessness come together. That's what lack of perseverance is. So perspective, if you find yourself in a narrowed perspective and thinking, oh my gosh, I need to give up, this didn't work, you haven't tried everything. You haven't. Widen your perspective, take a step back, get a little distance from it, detach from the problem, whatever it is, when you have a few moments to breathe, and widen your perspective. This is why people talk to each other, or they have mentors, or they talk to a therapist, or whoever, or a friend, or a parent, or their partner, to get a different perspective. Ask someone else their perspective, and that helps you widen yours and get unstuck from that limited thinking of, well, my quick fix didn't work, so there's no long-term success. That's not true. It's a lack of creativity if you can't think of any other way that this could work out. All right. The next key that you need to know about developing grit is commitment. How committed are you to your end goal? Like, you either have to go all in or nothing. And again, this is where people give up because they weren't all in. They weren't all in on the end goal, and they lack grit because they thought, oh, this was going to be so much easier than I thought. Are you more committed to being at the place of your end goal than you are to being wherever you are now? Because that's really what you're choosing. You're choosing between successfully accomplishing your end goal and the person you're going to be there versus the person that you are now not having that end goal accomplished. Which one are you more committed to? So many people, they default back to, well, this is who I am now. I just have to settle for that because they're willing to settle. They're not fully committed to getting to the end. And full commitments means I'm willing to do whatever this takes. I'm willing to hang in this for however long it takes. And it's okay. If you realize along the journey you weren't fully committed, it doesn't mean that much to you, that's okay. It's okay to give up. I'm not saying that grit necessarily has to be a part of your life. But if you care about your goals, if they really mean something to you, then why would you settle for less? And so examine your level of commitment. When you look at it and you fully commit to something and you burn the boats and you don't look back, there is no staying in place. Commitment becomes easier because there's only one way to go, and that's forward. And number 3 is going rogue. Refuse to accept failure. Again, this kind of comes back to commitment, but the most stubborn people are often the ones that reach their goals. Stubbornness is actually self-control. The self-control to cling to something, to not let it go, to refuse to go back is the quality of stubbornness. That is actually a very high level of self-control. So can you tap into that within yourself? Have there been times in your life when you've gone rogue and you have not let stuff go? It doesn't matter what people tell you, whether the thing is happening or not happening. Maybe it's been several years. Can you think of times when you went totally rogue and you're like, I don't care, come hell or high water. This is who I am. This is what I'm going to accomplish. And I'm going to keep going there until it actualizes. There probably have been other times in your life when you had this level of self-control. Apply that to the current situation, the current goal, where you're headed. So those 3 things I know will help you to develop the kind of grit that is going to carry you through this profession. And if that end goal for you is getting to the end of a successful 20, 25-year career in the fire service, yeah, do these things, practice them on the regular, and you will see your grit go through the roof. Let me know what you thought. Drop a comment below. If you have interest in learning more mental performance strategies like this, come join us over at firepowerx.com, our community where we do peer-to-peer networking, spot coaching, and also way more content like this. You can develop things in your character to accomplish the crap you want to accomplish in life, because I think that's the most important thing. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next video.